Okay, so today we're going to talk about the 4 G's that you need to incorporate into your life if you want to go to the next level. You see, everybody's going outside. The coronavirus has kind of gone to the back seat. We're still trying to figure out what we're going to do with 2020. 2020 is double. Whatever it is that you choose, double goodness or double trouble. You get to pick and choose and decide. So it is not too late. This is still a year where you can have a triumphant victory as it relates to your finances, your business, and your career. So here's what you got to do. The first G that you have to incorporate is grow. You must grow. Anything that stops growing starts dying. Let me repeat. Anything that stops growing starts dying. So you must make a commitment to grow, and growing must be intentional. If you do what you always did, you will get what you always got. So if you don't like where you are right now, it's because your best thinking got you there. Let me repeat. My big brother Les Brown told me that your best thinking got you to where you are. So if it's not where you want to be, then there's something that you have to learn. There's something that you have to do. There's some place you have to grow. So here's what I always do. Whenever I'm in a situation that I don't like, I don't spend my time blaming other people, because if you blame other people, then you give them the power. You want to take the power back. So here's what I do. I say, God, teach me the lesson so I can get the blessing. You see, when you get the lesson, then you get the opportunity to grow. Now, let's say things are going well. Things are going great for me. I'm excited. I'm happy. I have a happy marriage, a happy career. Things are going well, but I still am not satisfied with where I am. Now, I'm content. I have peace, but there are other goals that I want to achieve. In order for me to achieve those goals, I must grow. So if you want to get to the next level, you must make a decision to grow. And you grow by getting educated, putting money in your mind and not on your behind. Let me repeat. Put some money in your mind and little on your behind. If it's on your butt, it is probably not an asset. So spend some time getting educated. That's what I'm doing. I'm always getting educated. I'm always trying to figure out what's the next thing that I don't know. Because you know what? Like my big brother Les Brown said, people fail in life because they don't know what they don't know and they think they know. Now, how about that? It's one thing to not know, and it's one thing to not know what you don't know. But it's terrible if you think you know. You see, that's how I was. I was living check to Monday, making all this money, and I thought I knew. Okay, so you must make a decision to grow. The next G that you want to incorporate into your life is you want to galvanize. You want to get everybody excited on your team about what you're going to do next. And you have to decide who is on that team. First of all, do not try to bring along any haters, naysayers, road blockers, or crab barrel leg pullers. Leave them behind. Now, don't get mad at them, okay? Because what happens when you decide to grow, you might be thinking, why aren't people excited? I'm telling everybody I want to grow. Why aren't they trying to grow with me? Well, when you decide to grow, what you're doing is you're showing other people what they're not doing. And those people will either get excited and grow with you, or they'll sit back and be upset, mad, angry, jealous, or whatever it is. Let me tell you something. Don't worry about that. Don't get mad at them. Do not take your eye off the prize. Galvanize. Get the people who are going to be on your team. Get the people who are going to be excited. Get the people who are going to work. Find out who you're going to hire. Find out who you're going to fire. But you must galvanize energy in order for you to get to the next level. The next G that I want to talk to you about is grind. Let me tell you something. A pot of gold is not going to show up at the end of the rainbow. Your dream is not going to fall out of the sky. You are probably not going to get a sugar mama or a sugar daddy. And if you do, they're probably going to worry you to death. So if you have a dream, if there's something you want to do, you must grind. You must get it. You must do it. You must work. And then when you've given it all you got to find some more to give. You've got to figure out new ways, new tactics, new strategies. You have to get a new self, a new mindset, and you have to keep going at it. If it doesn't work out, then tweak some things. If that part of it doesn't succeed, if it fails, then figure it out again. Let me tell you something. The most successful people in life do not fail because they do not succeed because they're successful just by nature. The most successful people in life succeed because they keep failing over and over and over again. So if you're going to fail, fail fast. Do not fail and stay in a depression for 15,000 days, crying to everybody, talking about how you failed. You have 3 days. I always say Jesus died on a Friday and rose on a Sunday. So whatever happens to you, let it die on a Friday and rise on a Sunday. Let it die on a Monday and rise on a Wednesday. Whatever it is, you must grind. You can never forget your grind. And even when it all comes together, you're still going to have to grind at something else. So perhaps it all comes together. You get what you want. It was just like me. I had the money coming in, but I forgot to grind. I forgot to grind on an education. I forgot to grind on common sense, right? So you don't just have to grind on work. You have to grind on your mind. You have to grind on your energy. You have to grind on your common sense. You have to stay in the right dimension, because let me tell you something about energy. Energy is like money in the bank. Once you spend it, it's gone. You don't get it back. And you cannot grind if you do not have the proper energy. Now, the last G that I want to talk to you about, if you want to get to the next level financially, is give. Everything that you do should come from a place of giving. If you have the best idea in the world, if you've got the greatest product in the world, if you've got the best service in the world, if you've got something that you know can take you and others to the next level, don't think about yourself. Don't think about what you're going to get. Think about what you're going to give. I became very successful in the mortgage industry because I was extremely focused on providing good customer service. I wanted my clients to understand every single step of the process. Now, it doesn't mean I was perfect, but it does mean that I put my heart and my intention into ensuring that the process would be easy for them. So when they called my office and wanted to find out about getting a mortgage, everything that they needed, from directions to my office, from every single expressway that came to my office to what happens next, every single step was outlined for them in a document called What Happens Next. Because I thought, what if I was buying a house? I did buy a house and I didn't know what was going on. So I provided that for other people. I wanted to give. If you give, I promise you, you'll be successful. If you create something and you keep figuring out how to give, how to make it bigger and better, more accessible, how it's going to help somebody else become free, I don't care what it is. You see, when Mark Zuckerberg created Facebook, he was trying to figure out how to give us the ability to connect with others. When Bill Gates created Microsoft, he was trying to figure out how to give us the ability to communicate on a device quickly and easily. That's why Windows came out, okay? So anything that you want to be successful, you must put giving in it. You got to remember your 4 G's, okay? You have to remember them. 1, you must grow. 2, you must galvanize. 3, you must grind. And 4, you must give. Give what you have. Now, don't overgive. Don't give the whole house away and you can't afford it. Now, here's the thing about giving. Giving should line up with helping. Helping helps everyone involved. When you enable, okay, so there's some of us out here, we're giving money to people who really need some advice. They don't need your money, they need your advice. Because what happens when you give them money or you give people things and you don't give them the ability to actually learn from their mistakes, then what you're doing is you're enabling them and they're worse off than before you started. So you can take a look around, see all the people that you're giving to. A lot of us are talking about we're sacrificing. I sacrifice for this, I sacrifice for that. Well, guess what? Here's the deal. If you are not actually helping, then you are actually harming the situation. And you want to make sure that you stay in the realm of giving. Because when giving takes place, then there is goodness, and good givers are great getters. As my mentor and former boss and friend Russell Simmons always said. So let's do this thing. It is not the end. As far as I'm concerned, it's just the beginning. Every single day that I wake up in this new post COVID-19 environment, I'm looking at this as a new opportunity to grow and to learn from the things that I did not understand before. You see, prior to COVID-19, we were just moving and going. We had no idea or concept of a quarantine. Now in a quarantine, you've learned some things, haven't you? You've learned how to do some things differently, haven't you? Don't negate those things. Keep those things with you. If you've learned how to spend less money, keep that idea. If you've learned how to minimize your budget so you're not overspending on food, what about gas? All the things that we are now doing at home, we're doing all these things at home that gas used to be required for. So the things that you have learned during this season, don't forget them. Don't throw them out of the window. Don't leave them behind as if, hey, we can all go back to normal. You should never want to go back to normal. Because that normal wasn't getting any of us anywhere. It's a new season. I want you to break through. And in order for you to break through, you've got to do the 4 G's. I want you to grow. I want you to grind. I want you to galvanize. And I want you to give. Now, if you're doing that, you can also reach out to me at lynnrichardson.com. And guess what? I'll see you on the other side. Okay.